welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy here from Toonpish Crafts and I hope you're doing okay. Today I'm going to be upcycling something that I bought from a local store. It was reduced in price, it's grey in colour, although it has potential, it's quite pretty. It's a Dreamcatcher. Now you can pick them up quite cheap and I thought they would look great with resin in. I've also got some Solarcolordust light changing pigments. Now I bought these, must have been about 15-18 months ago. I used them once and then I wouldn't use them because I didn't want them to run out. And you know what, it's been that long, they've practically all dried out. It's really awful. Why didn't I use them? Why did we do this? If I use them, I don't have them. But if I don't use them, I don't have them. Anyway, I've decided to try and use them and see if they work still. So let's see if they're 18 months old, whether they still actually work. Let's see how I get on with that. So here's the Dreamcatcher. It's actually quite pretty. It's got a lot of appeal and I bought it reduced from £5 to £4 from B&M, I think. So I'm just going to dismantle it. I'm going to take off all the beads and the feathers and literally just take everything apart. So I've just got the wooden part left. They're all stuck together with glue basically, so I know how to put it back together because I just use hot glue. There's all the pieces. Now a lot of people use tape to put on the back of anything they put resin in. The tape that you can buy is quite expensive because it's quite thin reel. They don't do really thick reels, well, very rarely. So I thought I'd use sticky back plastic to see if that worked. And it did. It worked really well. Sticky back plastic is quite easy to get hold of and it is fairly cheap. And obviously it has to be flat at the back so that the sticky back plastic can stick to everything. I ran a lollipop stick over the top just to make sure it's all flattened down. Doesn't matter if it's got a few ripples in it, it just needs to be stuck right the way round. And then I'm going to trim up the excess round the outside with a pair of scissors so that it doesn't get stuck to everything. You can see it's just one sheet of sticky back plastic on the back. Just making sure it's all stuck down. Now I'm going to use Coat It, which is resin 8. I've just mixed up a small amount. And I'm going to coat the whole thing, inside each section and all the sides of the sections. And this will seal the wood and will seal the bottom in case there's any spillages. And I'm just going to give it a quick spray with isopropyl alcohol and get rid of any surface bubbles. Now these are the colours that I have. I have Let's Resin colours, which is orange, purple, rose red and azure blue and yellow. And I also have the same colours in the Solar Drops, which is the colour changing pigment from Solarcolordust. They are orange, purple, magenta, blue and yellow. And I've had these for about 18 months. They've dried out practically, but I am hoping that they are going to still work. So I'm going to mix up a little bit of resin in with these colours. Oh, that didn't go according to plan, did it? The orange just went everywhere. Quick clean up. So the plan is to put Solarcolordust in with an opposing colour so that you've always got colour in each section. The Solar Drops are really pale. So if you don't put colour of some kind in with them, they will look white. So in my opinion, by putting a colour in as well, they will always have colour in, and then when the sunlight hits them, they will change colour. I hope I'm making myself clear. If you have any comments, questions or ideas, or just want to say hello, please use the comment section below. I always get back to comments. So these are the yellow soda drops that are going into the orange alcohol ink. Now I do have a little bit of trouble with this one. Even though I've shaken it up and I've stirred it in the bottle, it's still separating in the resin, and I end up not using it because I don't like the way it's separated. These are the orange soda drops going into the yellow alcohol ink. I came a little bit unstuck here because now I've put in the blue in with the red. Now I've got magenta, and I'm going to put that in the blue, which means the only soda colour I have left is purple, and that's going to have to go with the purple one. Kind of messed up there a bit, but never mind. They all mixed in really well apart from the yellow. The yellow had had its day. It really separated and did not look nice at all, so I discarded that one. So I went back and we just had orange alcohol ink instead. And I put orange in it just to make it a brighter colour. So now I'm going to start filling up the form. First of all, I'm using the purple, which also has the purple in it. So I'm just going around with a steady hand, and if I have any spillages, I'm using a cotton bud and a silicone tool just to wipe it off of the surface. As I've already coated it in resin, it doesn't make that much difference. It's not going to stain the grey because I can just wipe it off with a baby wipe. So halfway through then, I've used the resin that I've made up, and now it's time to make some more. I didn't want to make too much and let it sit and go exothermic, so I thought, well, make up half and then I'll come back. It's all little sections anyway, it doesn't matter if it's an hour or 2 hours or 6 hours later. So I squirted it with isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the surface bubbles, and then I decided that I was going to do one little section with just solar drops. So some of these sections are just alcohol ink. I figured it didn't all have to be opaque with the soda drops. Nice see-through alcohol ink would be great too. So after 24 hours, it's time to take off the back end to see how good the sticky back plastic has done on the back. And it really worked well. I will definitely be using this method again in the future if I do any geometric shapes or dream catchers. So now I've got to put the holes back in for the beads and the feathers to hang from. So I'm just going to quickly drill them with my cordless drill, 3 at the bottom and 1 at the top. And then it's time to reassemble. So I actually think it came out really well. I put some footage up of it hanging in the window so you can see what it looks like. With the light coming through it, it looks adorable. It does change, you saw in the video, it does change colour. It's very, very slight in some places. But yeah, I mean, look, I did add some pink feathers to it as well. And I think it is lovely. It's a lot better than just grey, don't you think? In my opinion anyway. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this one. Come back and see what I'm up to again next week. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, bye for now. Have a good week.